So someone will say constraint of all these things would
Yes.
fall down to the parents trying to get money for their awards. Either they get a device, a smartphone, a laptop, or a webcam, or anything related to.
I mean,
the
the
whole thing.
children, the parents don't need webcam. It's the teacher. So the government can invest in that particular side. All the kids
Yeah.
need is
A
a
smartphone.
smartphone or a laptop
A
that they
laptop.
can view the class online.
Not everyone
However,
has access to that.
however, they can also have a system where they can have like the like on the mobile phone they can just do like a pre-recording. Okay, it doesn't have to be live. They can just pre-record them, and then as time goes on, they release
Or even
them.
televised.
Or televised, right?
Okay.
Everybody should have a TV at least.
Yeah, I mean, in this
TV
modern age.
Yeah, so a particular time, but the problem with that is you're going to have people who are class 1, class 2,
That's two class,
so
three class. Yeah, that's the problem.
The time frame is very bad. That's why you need a system where you can choose what you want to watch.
I see. Okay, so when it comes to education, I think it feels like a whole topic on its own.
Yes, it's a big thing because you have different classes and different subjects,
how to bridge the gap,
and how to bridge the gap between all those
these
branches
things
are very difficult. That's why you need to invest heavily in these things.
Yeah. So since we started mentioning the industry, what do you think are technically, not from a layman's view,
right?
Technically, tell me your opinion on technology in crisis.
Okay. Now, in this particular crisis, technology, I think, has done a massive job.
Yeah.
Okay. It's helped a lot. Okay. It's helped to convey the message of, COVID-19.
All right.
The symptoms, what you should do and what you should not do. Technology is helping a lot in this particular regard. Social media is helping a lot. Social media is related to technology. It's helping a lot in trying to get people to be aware, of the symptoms and how and what things to do and not to do during this crisis. Okay.
Yeah.
So technology is helping a lot in this particular regard.
Because when I watched on the website and they had a video link where they were talking about crisis, and one thing they said that took me by surprise was that most organizations are using chatbot.
Yes,
chatbots to disseminate information to their clients, customers, and even now hospitals are using that to solve customer service issues.
Yes, you can even diagnose
diseases, all these things. And I want to know, how well do you think that could be used in Ghana? Or it's already been done?
It's already been done, but the thing is,
not on a large scale.
Not on a large scale, but it becomes a problem because how many people have access to smartphones?
Yeah.
So to be able to access these chat boxes, you need a smartphone or a laptop or a desktop computer that's connected to the internet.
Yeah, because recently, if you checked on your phone, sometimes every day MTN sends you a health tip.
Right, which is good.
Which is good. Yes. Do you think a robot is doing that automatically?
Oh yes, the robot's doing that, absolutely.
Because I was fascinated when I saw the chatbot, like AI.
Yes, it's basically an AI because right now it's very simple actually, because all you need to do is just have the database of the numbers, and just send them across,
and the information just put into the system.
Exactly, and they have certain spots inside the messages that changes. It varies.
Yeah,
on the number. So it changes again. Even mention your name if you want.
Okay,
you understand.
So we're talking about AI,
right?
Yes, and I was trying to say, how does it bridge the gap? Because we know that AI sometimes works as a human.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it works as a human. Something that you really don't think a human being can do. AI can do it at any time, because not every human can stay up to 24/7. Like being awake for 24/7, that's really huge. So when it comes to AI and bridging the gap between a crisis, can you tell me something?
AIs are very intelligent machineries, and you'd be surprised that AIs could have even predicted this sort of crisis.
Wait. When you say predicted, you mean the COVID-19?
Yes.
Tell me more.
Okay. So if you look at the world system, there was a study that was done that could tell if there was a crisis of this magnitude, how were we going to be able to contain it?
Okay.
And how fast was it going to move? They have data analysis, and there's an AI that has been trained to analyze the data. That is why they could tell you. I remember when this crisis began, they were telling that over 1 million people are going to be infected. but nobody
I
believed
heard
because
that.
it was in China at that time.
Yeah.
And they were predicting that 1 million people.
So it was AI that was actually bringing the figures up.
Yes, it was AI that was bringing the figures because they've trained it to be able to accept its data and then try to manipulate and see what it can predict on. So the prediction AI came up and said there could be 1 million people affected.
Could be, but now I think
It's
a million and over.
Yeah, a million over. And they're even saying that in Africa, the numbers are going to increase and the way people are going to die are going to increase because of the way our setting is. And all this is only just done by a human being. These are machines that accepted the data and then predicted these facts.
It's how fascinating, because right now, even though we are trying to use technology to overcome crisis, people are also using it for the bad reason.
Absolutely.
We have bloggers out there that are putting out wrong information. I read somewhere that WHO is confused. How come Africa's death rate is as high as get it? And I checked and I couldn't even find.
There's no source for that.
A source for that information
No
where I read it. I read it on social media, and it's the same tool we are trying to use to overcome crisis. It's also the same thing that is having an impact on us. And even talking about that, when we talk about AI and all these things, we'll be corrupted, right?
Yes, I mean it depends. Like if you say corrupted, it means you trying to say false information being fed
being
to
fed
AI.
into the system, of just to.
I don't know what you gain from feeding a system false information.
Yeah,
because you don't get an accurate result. So I don't know why anybody would want to do that anyway.
But what about health?
I mean,
because we are using technology to fight crisis, not just global crisis, also personal crisis. People go through a lot and they go to therapy and they tell them that now, you know, this VAR, I don't know, the thing they put on your screen that simulates, makes you feel like you are at the beach and you know what I mean?
Virtual reality,
virtual reality, yes, that thing. You know, when that thing is being abused, someone can really think he lives in a fantasy world and can psychologically have an effect on the person. These are kind of health issues personal people are going through by crisis, though they are trying to use technology to get them out of their problems.
I think on the contrary, if the VR thing, if you read the when you buy the VR machine, the policies around it, I mean, it's not real. This is a fantasy.
Exactly.
They will tell you it's not
real. But
they
are feeding the patients with it.
It's just like cigarettes. They will tell you, please do not smoke. But people still smoke, you know? So it's the same thing. People can misuse it as they want.
Okay. Right now, what about governance? How do you think the governance system can use technology to overcome crisis at a national level?
At a national level, I think we're doing a pretty good job here, because if I follow the politicians correctly in Ghana, they have been using a lot of data.
You can make a reference to other countries.
Other countries as well. They've been using data, like Trump. He says he's always talking about the data.
Exactly.
He's always talking about the data because the data helps you to analyze things. It helps you to see and predict what might come.
Yeah.
Okay. So you need technology for that.
But you also need the experts.
I mean, the experts are there, but then there's a bunch of numbers that are being clocked in that tells exactly what is happening. Okay. Now, if we can say that the reason why the lockdown here was lifted was because if you look at the numbers, if you look at the way how fast they were growing, they were growing at a very steady rate. It wasn't moving exponentially.
But that's why you think it was lifted, based on the data.
Because according to the data, it looks like it can be controlled, like it's going to plateau. It's not going to go up. Okay. Because we are not necessarily getting a lot of community spread. We're getting individual, homes, but it's not going on a community base. So if you look at this data and you analyze it, it can tell you that
it makes you feel like the government is ahead of it.
I mean, yes. If you look at it, I mean, we are not going as fast as other countries, like getting 2,000 people,
like Morocco, around
people dying at the same time and all of that. We're not getting that. So it looks like it's like in a containment stage,
So can you tell me some of the positives and negatives? For example, if there should be a hurricane, right? So it's AI technology that would be protected by the meteorological agency that there's some kind of wave approaching, and probably this wave will be a destructive wave. So probably people by the coastal side should evacuate and get to islands.
There are seismographs in there.
Yes, all these things are technology, right? To detect and predict all these things. Yeah. So when it comes to such things, people still don't heed to such advice. You get it? Sometimes it's not their fault.
It's not their fault.
Yet it's not their fault. But when it comes to technology, what if these predictions are wrong? Because it's predicting natural occurrence.
Yes.
A natural occurrence can easily go another way.
The truth of the matter is, would you prefer to not know at all, or to have a fair idea of what might come?
I prefer to have a fair idea of what might
so
come. Yeah.
technology, in this sense, is not saying
It's not a
this,
solution to the problem.
It's not a solution, but it gives you an idea of what the solution might be.
Okay.
So it's better, like half a loaf is better than none. It's better to have an idea or a study around a particular thing to be able to predict it than to not know anything about it and get hit by it.
Okay, so the storm that hit the States recently, the hurricane, and a lot of people lost their homes, people lost loved ones and everything. You could say that they were warned, right?
Yeah, they were warned.
Yeah, but still they didn't heed to it. So would you say this is a success on the part of technology?
I mean, I wouldn't say it's a technology
because
thing.
It's more of a social. Bring people out.
It's more of a social thing. It's more of a social failure because technology was able to predict that this was still going to happen.
Yes.
Okay, they were able to find out that, and I'm pretty sure some people evacuated and some didn't. So you could clearly see that it wasn't a technology thing; it was more of a personal.
Even in Ghana
social
here,
thing.
we all know it happens, right? Like the government to say that people living along this stretch are probably waterlogged areas and all of
people
that.
Still stay
people
there.
still stay there.
So it's a social failure.
Social failure, but will you say it's when you're a tech guy? So will you say that on the part of technology it was a success? I mean, because it was able to bring out such information.
Yes, on the part of technology was a success because technology is such that it's zeros and ones. It's either right or wrong. There's no middle ground.
Okay, so now let's talk about connectivity.
Okay.
We all know that connectivity is necessary for telework. Right? Yes. So in terms of crisis, connectivity sometimes becomes difficult. So how do we, like, especially those of us in Africa, sub-Saharan?
Now, if I understand you correctly, when you talk about technology, you're talking about the internet. Connectivity, in a sense that because
it could be internet, it could be broadband, all of that.
Yeah, because right now everything is over the internet.
Yes.
So I would give my explanation based on the internet.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So there are so many applications that you can use to get connected to different people or to different organizations in this part of the world. Okay. There are even local applications. You don't even need to go further. There are local applications that you can use.
Example, I didn't even know that Zoom was really good.
Yes.
Everyone was relying on Skype and the technology wasn't too good and person's face looked so blurry at some time whenever their connection, your connection bar goes to 2 or 1. But Zoom maintains that steadiness.
Yes.
I realized that.
Facebook also has one as well. You'd be surprised. Facebook Business.
Yes, Facebook Business. I read about it.
I personally like Discord. Discord is also
I heard about that one too. It looks too complex to me. The interface doesn't look friendly like Zoom.
Yeah, but it's stable because the reason why it's stable is because there's a server in South Africa.
Which is closer
to us than to the US. Zoom is in the US.
Okay.
So if you connect to Zoom, you connect all the way to the US before you.
It works like VPN.
Yes, it's not a VPN, but
it works like VPN. But though you have servers
it kind of goes to US before it comes here. But if you use Discord, it goes to South Africa. So if it's a local thing you're doing, it goes to South Africa and then comes back to you here.
Okay. So you didn't answer the question for me in terms of connectivity.
So in terms of connectivity, okay, the telcos need to take up this task. Okay, the telcos need to get more spectrum because right now there's going to be traffic on the network.
Exactly. That brings me. Please, I'm not trying to pause here, but you've been on this show before, and you said that we have paths for kind of an industrial company amount of data. There's a spectrum, the path they domestically have a path they.
Right.
So
I said that in relation to 5G.
Yes, in relation to 5G.
In relation to 5G, but right now we haven't implemented 5G here.
So how do we? Because it looks like everyone is on one way road now.
I mean, basically, but what is happening is the government has given the telcos an extra spectrum to use.
Okay.
So they've expanded their scope. They can accommodate more people. But right now, if you look at the people that are even using the internet, they are going to be from homes. They're not going to be from companies because all the people in the companies who uses the big data are now moved into their homes. So everything is now going to be shifted to the homes.
Oh,
You
okay,
understand?
okay. I made my own research and I realized that one problem that could arise from crisis in terms of technology is database accumulation.
Mm-hmm.
You know, how we are going to accumulate this huge amount of data. So that means every organization, every interview, everything's going to be online.
Right.
How are we going to save this thing? Now we are using cloud and all that.
Cloud computing is
Yes,
a beautiful, beautiful
cloud and
thing.
everything, but it's still data based. I mean, won't it override? Wouldn't it be too clumsy?
You
Wouldn't
know-
it make the system slow? Sometimes I think like
Oh, you don't have to think like that because the way the
Yeah.
data is being stored. Okay. Now
because
think
it's a
about it.
crisis. You know,
Think
everyone is
about it.
indoors.
Think about
Everyone
this,
is
right?
on their phones.
You know
and
how many
everything.
years YouTube has been in existence?
Well, I mean, I don't know if it
Like,
was there before I was born.
I can't exactly remember the exact year YouTube was done, but I think I've used YouTube for maybe 10 years plus.
That's a decade.
Okay. And my 10 years of using
Yeah.
YouTube, I have a video on my YouTube page that was done 10 years ago.
Wait, you or like
Yes, I have a video there
okay.
on YouTube. I did a video there 10 years ago. And it's still there. So the question
and it's still there. I mean,
it's still there.
It's,
You can
it's-
still retrieve it, you can still
you
download it. and
download
everything.
it. It's just like emails, right?
It's just like an email. So it's never gonna go because there's I don't even know what kind of word I should describe it because we have Terra. Okay, we've gone way beyond Terra now.
yeah. Now we've gone way
we've-
beyond
we've
Terra.
gone way beyond Terra now. I think Terra is
Wow.
10 to the power 12. We are somewhere 10 to the power 18.
18. Wow.
Going 10 to the power 20 storage. So in terms of storage, no problem whatsoever because there are so many backup stations there. So many backup stations.
You're going to make a lot of money.
I mean, of course, because in this crisis, people are using data, people are using mobile phones and all of that. So yes, technology is booming in this crisis, I would say.
Yeah. So finally, I'm almost about to. So how do you think these things will be the problem of factors? Technology is able to predict and society don't hit. That becomes social factors, not technology.
yeah.
But do you think still technology can be used to bridge that gap?
Technology can try its best, like I said. So technology is such that it's zeros and ones. It's either right
Binaries.
or wrong. Okay, so technology would identify a problem, and it will give you a solution to this problem.
It
So-
wouldn't try to implement.
Technology doesn't
I mean,
implement.
AI implements.
It's human
these
beings
things
that implement. The AI will tell you that if you do this, this is what is likely to happen. It's based on probabilities.
Okay.
Okay, the whole computer system is based on probabilities and estimations. Except one estimation is higher than the other estimation, and
But
so
I-
it picks
was-
one estimation.
I was thinking it works with precedents.
Yes, but the actual fact is it works with probabilities and estimations.
Estimations. Okay.
It's basically an estimation, but one estimation seems more likely to happen
Among the others.
amongst the others, so it comes out as this.
All right.
Do you understand?
I do.
That's how it works. So technology is just precise. It's now a social duty to use the data received and implement it on a particular ground, depending on what you want to do with it.
Oh, okay. So I'm almost done.
Okay.
I would want you to tell me your takeaway point
Okay.
so that our viewers can then one or two things. Crisis, using technology to overcome crisis. Yes. So can you just tell them?
Okay. So basically, in this crisis time, I would advise you first of all stay at home and be safe. However, if you want to use technology, you can use social media. If you're a church or a business, there are different forums that talk about implementing digital marketing on social medias. You can check them out. If, however, you are also a church and you want to do streaming, you can use YouTube, Facebook, and Zoom as well for conference meetings. And so this time is a time to invest in technology, because at first you wouldn't even have been predicted that such a thing was going to happen, but now it's come, and so we need to invest in technology. If you're at home and you want to get a stable internet, I would recommend that you find out if you have fiber around your vicinity. If you don't have fiber, then you can go for the TurboNet system. okay, or the hotspot system or the surfline system, so that you stay connected in this world. Because right now in this world, if you're not connected to the internet, you are way, way behind. Okay.
Okay, so thank you, but believe try to get to know you more. Okay. Yeah, so viewers, we're going to play a little game. It's called this or that questions.
Interesting.
We'll go a little bit fast, which will the idea is for us to know him a little bit better.
Okay.
So I'm going to go fast, so it depends on your listening skills. If you can listen to us,
I'll try my best
closely. Okay. So black or white?
Black.
Chelsea or Man U?
Man U.
Married or single?
Married.
Soccer or swimming?
Ooh, soccer.
Video gaming or reading?
Video gaming.
Dog or cat?
Dog.
Guys.
Dog.
Dog. Okay. Netflix or YouTube?
Netflix.
Phone call or text?
Phone call.
Toast or egg?
Toast.
Cardio or weight?
I didn't hear, what did you say?
Cardio or weight?
Oh, cardio.
Facebook or Twitter?
Facebook.
Ice cream cone or snow cone?
Ice cream cone.
Mobile games or console games?
Console games.
I know, right? While working, do you want music or podcast?
Music.
iOS or Android?
Android.
Oh my god. Cake or pie?
Pie.
Okay. High tech or low tech?
High tech.
Big party or small gatherings?
Big party.
Motorcycle or bicycle?
Bicycle.
Book or ebook?
Ebook.
When sleeping, on fan or no?
Fun.
Ninjas or pirates?
Pirates.
TV shows or movies?
TV shows.
Dine in or delivery?
Delivery.
Sweater or hoodie?
Hoodie.
Winter or summer?
Summer.
Mac or PC?
PC.
Okay. Console games or PC?
PC games.
You just said you like console games.
Yeah, but it was console and mobile.
Okay. Soup or sandwich? Soup or sandwich?
Sandwich.
Okay. Card games or board games?
Board games.
Okay. Classic art or modern art?
Modern art.
Beer or wine?
Wine.
Camp or being watching shows at home? Camping or being watching shows? Camping, watching shows.
Watching shows at home.
Okay. Working alone or working in a team?
Working in a team.
Okay, guys. I mean, thank you so much. This is a wrap right now, and our podcast show here is just to give you information. I'm going to tell you we do 3 things: we inspire, how to, and also educate. So in this edition, this is an edition for education for that aspect. So my name is Selassie Kwame Tete, and I was here with my guest Isaac Osei Nyantakyi.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys, and see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. But wait, can he share his social media handles, please? Share your social media handles.
So on Instagram, you'll find me on Isaac Nyantakyi. On Facebook, Isaac Osei Nyantakyi. If you want to come to my YouTube channel to check out my videos, it's also Isaac Nyantakyi. And I also stream on Mixer. I stream daily. So if you want to check my Mixer account where I stream video games and play with friends, you can check me on Isaac Einstein.
Nathan Hawkeye has Isaac Nyantakyi, but when it comes to gaming, he's Isaac Einstein.
Yeah.
That tells you he's very good at what he does. Okay, so thank you, guys. It's a wrap. See you next time, once a month. Bye-bye.